Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about what you guys can do if your 4L60E transmission is shifting erratically, or if your 4L80E transmission is shifting erratically. And the reason I'm bringing this up is my cousin, he's got a 1998 Chevy K1500 four-wheel drive, and everything works great on it, but it's like the um, the transmission is just possessed where you could be flying down the road and all of a sudden it'll shift all the way down to first gear. So it just and the speedometer is flying back and forth and everything. And it's like the speedometer is telling the transmission what to do. And what it actually was the transmission speed sensor, which is actually mounted in the side of the transfer case on it, which the 4x4 works, but you hate to throw that away. But what's happening is the I don't know if it's building pressure up in there or whatever, but I checked the vent hose and that was all unplugged. I blew air through there, and it's the actual oil is making its way through the rubber gasket and into the electrical wires, and it's messing with everything with the speed sensor. And so what we ended up doing is we bought him a different vehicle with a different transmission transfer case that is not leaking, and the transmission speed sensor is not leaking through it, because I went through three transmission speed sensors, and one of them was on an old pickup that it used to work on, and it still was blowing them out. Well, I looked on eBay, and it popped up that they actually make a manual how to turn your 4L60Es, which are computerized transmissions, and 4L80Es, which are communicate with your computer in your vehicle and just messes with everything. Well, they actually have controllers to turn those electronic transmissions so that you can shift them manually for uh, um, for going through all your gears, and then also to press a button to put them into torque converter lockup. And I'll show you guys how it popped up. And I looked at a YouTube video, and a guy over in like Ireland or Scotland, he had hooked it up to like an old Firebird because he decided to stick one of those 6-liter engines with the 4L80E in his car. Okay, so I took screenshots of it. I don't know if this picture will pop up for you guys or not. Probably not. But the gist of it is, uh, here's the name of it. What you guys are gonna type in? It's a 4L60E, no computer needed, standalone controller, manual shifter, microcontroller. And the seller of this is Davao under slash auto, and then close signs 2127 and the other. So it's the seller's name is D as in dog, in which that is capitalized, and then the rest of the letters are going to be small. So then A as in apple, V as in Valentine, A as in apple, O as in octopus, then an underscore mark, then A as in auto, U as in umbrella, T as in Tom, O as in octopus, and then a space, and then that sign, 2127, and then that sign. And what it has with it is it's got a wiring harness that actually plugs into the computer outlet on the side of your 4L60E transmission or 4L80E transmission. And then on the other end of it, it's got a three-way toggle switch. And then it's also got a little light or whatever, like an indicator light bulb. And from the YouTube video that I saw over in Ireland or whatever on YouTube, like I said, he's got this exact same little three-way toggle switch that came with it. And I think like the first position might be like first gear, then the middle position is like to go through all the rest of the gears, and then the last position is to give it full torque converter lockup. So, say I guess whichever one you would shift into once you're at highway speeds, once you're in your top gears. So, but it's just a good way to bypass what this is traditionally used for. They said is for hot rods. Like I said, where a guy wants to put a 6-liter Chevy engine in like a 1984 Camaro or anything. But this can really help a guy out on these on if it is your stock vehicle and you are having computer issues with it, where it could be the transmission control module or the PCM in your vehicle, just messed up wiring in there that is messing with your transmission upshifting, downshifting, and not working right here. It's gonna be kind of caveman like, but at least your vehicle, especially if it's your these are pickups, that you don't use very often, that you have this option that you can bypass all this stuff rather than having to hire a mechanic to do all this, and it's cheap too, you guys. I'll pull up the price again. I think it was like $24 for this kit. Yeah, $27.90. And I thought they even had one of the kits for like $24 on there, but it did not have this toggle switch. So you guys have to be careful which one you guys buy, because some of them are missing the toggle switches. So yeah, get the one with the toggle switch and a little light. Maybe the light isn't that, the little light bulb isn't that important, but definitely that three-way toggle switch, three position toggle switch. So if you guys like this content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll just keep kicking out these money saving videos for you guys and repair videos for you guys. So, all right, take care. Bye.